If you're posting regular content and you're not getting results, it's because your content sucks. You can blame the algorithm or a lack of time, but I figure that you're watching this video because you want to fix the problem of low engagement and learn how you can become a better content creator. A quick caveat, this video is not just for full-time or part-time content creators. If you're a business owner who is marketing yourself on any social media platform, then you too are a content creator. That's one of the many hats that you're wearing, and it's an important one because creating great content is the difference between your business growing and your business stagnating. Speaking of hats, let's take a look at the first thing that you're going to change to become a better online content creator. And yes, it does involve taking off that Android hat. I'm sorry, but if you are creating content online, particularly for Instagram, the quality of content that comes from an Android phone, it just isn't very good. I'm not saying you need to go out and drop $1,000 on a brand new iPhone. I bought this refurbished iPhone for £250 off of Back Market, and because I'm a business, I could expense it. And let me tell you, it is worth every single penny. When I was using my Google Pixel to upload content to Instagram, even though the videos and photos looked beautiful on the phone, once they were uploaded to Instagram, they were pixelated. It was not a good experience for my audience, and it was incredibly frustrating for me. It made me not want to create content because, to be honest, I looked like an amateur. And an amateur, you and I are not. You see, one of the reasons you might be struggling to see success with your online content is because you are behaving like an amateur. An amateur doesn't have a process. An amateur doesn't have a system. The planning and creation of content is at best stressful and at worst downright chaotic. So what content creation isn't the main part of your job? It's still a really important one if you want to see success marketing your business online. And creating a system for the planning and creation of your content is not only going to make your content better, it's going to make your life 1,000 times easier. A content creation system is how and where you brainstorm ideas and then turn them into pieces of content. So for me, the system I use is a dashboard that I've built inside of Notion. Because I have everything set up in there, planning and outlining content is a pretty frictionless process. I also use writing templates and design templates to streamline content creation. In terms of my process, I spend every single Friday morning planning ideas, and as part of that process, I lean heavily on my Instagram insights to help guide my ideas. Everyone is different. You might be more productive in the evenings and so prefer to plan and create your content then. You might prefer to use Canva to organize your ideas rather than Notion. It doesn't matter what your systems and processes look like, as long as you have them set up so that you're not winging content creation every single month. So far, so good. But what about the actual content itself? How can you stop creating content that sucks? First, you have to hook people in. Whether you're creating an Instagram carousel, a live video, a LinkedIn post, a tweet, the first line or sentence out of your mouth has to be compelling. It's called a hook for a reason. It has to grab people and drag them through the entirety of your content because people simply cannot tear their eyes away. So are you going to start your video by saying,
"Hi guys, welcome to joining my live. Just waiting for a few more of you to join."
No. Please, in all that is holy, do not start a video like this. Don't wait for the connection to get better. Don't wait for people to join. Get straight into the topic of your live video. That is what is going to make people join and then stick around and not swipe away because they don't want to sit there waiting for other people to join. They want to hear the great information that you have to impart. Let's say you've got a carousel or a LinkedIn post. You want to make the first line as compelling as a newspaper headline. So in this example, you've got an Instagram carousel that you are directing at new mums. Instead of saying, something many women struggle with when they first become a mum is a lack of self-confidence, you're going to say, the biggest lie new mums believe is that they're not good enough. Here's why that isn't true. Now I want to swipe through that carousel. Now I am compelled to keep reading. If you've got a LinkedIn post, the structure is slightly different to an Instagram carousel. Rather than needing people to swipe through the slides of the carousel, we need to get people to click read more. So the first 3 lines of that post are really, really crucial. So you might say, the biggest lie new mums believe, that they're not up to the job of mothering. Here are 3 tips to stop this mindset in its tracks. This is how you stop the scroll and get people to hit save, leave a comment, or share it with their friends, families, communities. Waffle or a lack of clarity around what it is you're trying to say, that doesn't generate any kind of engagement. And that is the importance of being clear and concise. Some of the most common reasons reasons why content fails is because there is too much text on an Instagram graphic. There's too much rambling in a video or unnecessary ums, ahs, or pauses. A LinkedIn post is way too long with no paragraph breaks and run-on sentences. People's attention spans are short and there is so much noise online. You don't need me to tell you that. So don't insult your audience by wasting their time. Get straight to the chase with the copy that you use or the words that you say. One way to do this is by writing out all of your content in one go first without self-editing. If you've got a week worth of LinkedIn posts to create, first of all, sit down and write them all out. Let the words flow without tweaking or editing, and then go back at a slightly later day or time to go and refine them. Cut out repetition and be ruthless with your editing, because what you've said in 300 words, you can almost certainly say in 130. I learned this lesson the hard way with this very YouTube channel. I used to create videos with really long intros, waffling on about who I was. People don't care. They care about how this video is going to solve one or some of their problems. They don't care about getting to know me or what this channel is about. And so at the end of 2021, I radically changed my strategy. I went from using no script and a few talking points to crafting scripts that I would work on over the course of a couple of days. And the reason for that is because my goal with every video is to get straight to the point. The better the hook, the more concise the message, the more likely people will watch the video and stick around to watch the entirety of the video. That kind of retention, engagement, and stickiness with a piece of content, that is my goal, and that should be your goal as well. But with the wealth of information that is available online, you might be asking yourself, how can I really stand out from my competitors? How can I say something that is truly interesting and unique when there's so many people online saying very similar things? This is where your unique insight, the results you get people, and your opinions and experiences come in. Do not post filler content because you have to upload something to stick to your schedule. Filler, fluffy, wishy-washy content does a disservice to the amazing transformation that you, your service, your product provides, and it sends a signal to your audience that your expertise is lacking. If your content is easily Googleable, don't post it. Here's an example of a Googleable post. 3 tips to boost your confidence. 1, fake it till you make it. 2, change your body language. 3, try one new thing every day that scares you. Can you see how fluffy this content is? It says nothing new or interesting. It's a total waste of your time and energy, and more importantly, a total waste of your followers' time and energy. If, on the other hand, I created something along the lines of 3 unconventional ways to boost confidence, and then used one of my clients as an example, sharing tips like Claire made a daily habit of introducing herself to one new person online each day. Before messaging, she did some quick research to find something they had in common so that the person was more likely to respond. Since Claire started this habit 3 weeks ago, she's made 14 new connections and booked 3 IRL coffee dates with people. That's a random example, but it's exactly the kind of insight that your audience will love. Not some fluffy tips that they can find with a really simple Google search. Now, because Claire was such a good sport for that last example, I'm going to wheel her out one more time. Because to be a better online content creator, you cannot just create bloody brilliant content. What? I know, confusing. But hear me out. You don't want to just create content to broadcast, do you? You want to create content that truly resonates with your followers. Content that gets them engaging with you, content that builds relationships and communities and ultimately converts those people into sales. The way you do that is by posting brilliant content and proactively engaging with your followers. It's a two-way street, and the more social you are, the faster you will build and nurture relationships that will turn into friends, collaborators, and clients down the road. It's like networking in real life. You wouldn't walk into a networking event and stand in the middle of the room and just shout about your products and services without going up and talking to people and having a conversation with them, would you? That would be weird, and yet there's this weird expectation online that if you just post great content, people will come to you. In 2022, and in an extremely saturated online space, that's almost impossible. So if you want eyes and engagement on your content, you're going to need to spend a little bit of time every single day engaging with your ideal customers and clients. And in return, they will engage back with you. But first, you've got to create that really brilliant content. And if you want to find out all about the writing templates I use to create really great content quickly, you're definitely going to want to check out this video next.